Just like so many gigantic planets are floating in the sky. That is a fact. Now who is floating? You cannot float even a small thing in the air. But such gigantic, not only one, millions and trillions, they are floating. Who has made it possible, floating? So, God can do that. Therefore He is called all-powerful, the great. So if Krishna is God, then floating or make this mountain wetless, is it very difficult task for Him? No. He entered the ocean. Unless he knows the physical laws, how to enter the ocean. It is technique only. The modern scientists, they are also entering by machine. They are floating by machine. That is also physical science. So, if you know the physical science still more perfectly, you can float in the air without machine. You can enter within the water without machine. You can lift the mountain without machine. It is a question of perfect knowledge. What is that? No. Sound. So, here it is said that when you are actually advanced in spiritual knowledge, in devotional service, then chiddanti sarva sangsaya. Sangsaya means doubtfulness. Sometimes, yes, then generally, these are stories. Krishna lifted a mountain. Because atheists say, and we say, yes, maybe. But no. You must be firmly convinced yourself, if you are Krishna conscious, that yes, Krishna did it. It is possible because he knew the physical science very perfectly. He knows and he can know, he can do it. One thing into another. Just like an electrician, he can turn cooler into heater, heater into cooler. Because he knows the science. You cannot do. So don't study Krishna thinking yourself as Krishna, that I am also Krishna. No. That is the defect. Everyone thinks that frog philosophy. Frog philosophy, he has got experience of 3 feet well, and he has been informed that there is Atlantic Ocean. He is simply imagining how it is possible. How it is possible. He is thinking maybe little more, 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, 10 feet, and as soon as 10 feet he is burst. Because he has no more knowledge. But how the 3 feet well can be compared with the Atlantic Ocean, that he does not know. So we are thinking we have got limited energy, creative energy, so-called scientific knowledge, so-called other knowledge, limited, because our senses are limited. And we are thinking that God may be a little bigger than me, Krishna. But as soon as it comes to the point that he can lift the mountain, the world, the planet, then the doubt. That is samsaya. But actually, if you are advancing Krishna consciousness, you must be free from all doubts. You must know perfectly well what is Krishna. So, that is also possible by devotional service. Just like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, bhaktyamam abhijanati. If one wants to understand me perfectly, Krishna cannot be understood perfectly. But still, just to drive away our doubts, because we have got so many doubts. So, that doubts can be also dissipated bhaktya, by bhakti. How? Why not by knowledge? Because there are three ways: karma, jnana, bhakti. By knowledge, scientific knowledge, Krishna cannot be known. Why bhakti? Why Krishna is prescribing bhakti? No. By knowledge, so-called knowledge, you cannot understand Krishna. Therefore, the so-called scientists, they are in doubts. It is not possible. If you think that I shall speculate, through knowledge I shall understand God, that is not possible. Because God is unlimited. Your knowledge is limited. How you can know God? How the bhaktas, they are not scientists, not educated very much. How they can know? Yes, they can know. How? That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Tesam satatujuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Tam means unto him. Whom? Bhajatam pritipurvakam. Those who are engaged in devotional service with love and faith. Because God is within you. You haven't got to search out where is God. Ishara sarvabhutana riddhantasya. We have begun this chapter. Sinnatang sakatha Krishna punnasavana kirtana. You are sleeping. This boy.